Welcome back to another episode of Mob Genius TV. Well, you guys know that Kenny and I are very, very blessed to know just about everybody in the Houston car community, and at least all the people that are doing some really super interesting stuff. Today's episode features our buddy 4BJ, who ran from the police 4 times.
That's probably why they probably call him 4BJ.
It could be. He at least beat him 3 times, so maybe they should have called him 3BJ. But anyway, we are going to feature this footage here on this channel. You want to see some of this footage?
Can I give me some of that right now?
Right here.
Yeah.
Go and try your luck. Test me in again, we let it rain. Please don't start us up. Got that black and white, that yin and yang. Mr. Officer, please don't search us, we don't got a thing. Tell them park it up. Then that be poking out them jeans. I'm just sparking up. With the fireworks, I keep the flame. Heard you barking up. This the wrong tree, I got the strings. Yeah, I'm charging up. They can't keep up, got them looking drained. Now they walking up. Trying to put the face to the name. Pull up and I'm swerving. If a try to holler, she gon' curve it. We came from under buzz like a Persian. We been staying in our lane, ain't no merging. Rapping like I'm turban. Yeah, these all square like Irvin. Yeah, we grew up in the hood, no suburbans. If I say I need more money, then it's urgent.
He took him on a chase. Look at this young. Turn that bitch up, yeah.
We on that Houston shit, that dome shit, yeah! Stop fucking with him! Come on, this hoe got a show! Show out there! Don't run out of gas! Come on! Come on! Niggas not playing, man!
That's a major key, that's a chess move. I'm your favorite G, I think it's best you.
Ooh, dang, man, that was crazy, dude.
Absolutely.
You know who, like Slim, man, I wonder what he would have thought about that, man.
It's funny you say that. I had the opportunity to interview Houston's legendary police chase expert, the world famous Slim himself, just days before he went to jail. And this is what Slim had to say about 4BJ. You can tell from that video that, like, when police showed up, you know, they were coming just for him because they had like 6 or 8 of them just ready. Like,
yeah, they were ready pretty much for anybody that was gonna do anything at that time. But you know, I mean, Jay, he really don't give a damn, you know. So it was just like I said, if you get behind him, he's gonna make you do your job with his 1, 2, or 3 cops, you know. Usually he gets away, you know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure it's not gonna stop, you know what I'm saying? And when he gets his car back or his other car, I'm pretty sure he's still gonna make them do their job, you know. I'm just gonna say, you know, be safe, Jay, you know, that's all I'm gonna say. Be safe.
well, those were definitely some wise words for Slim. Good thing Jay also is doing this interview with our buddy Mr. Sippy, who is mentoring him, and you know, we're gonna get the full interview and kind of figure out what these guys have to say about all this. And hey,
Shoot, it's about to be a movie again.
Here we are right now with Mr. Sippy and 4BJ. I'm allow both of these guys to introduce themselves. I'll start with Sip.
Yo, it's Mr.SIPPI_601, the driver of Splatter himself, and the king of this here motherfucking car club culture shit.
Yeah.
What's up, it's Jay, also known as 4beat_J. And
well, man, I tell you, you're getting famous. Like, let's just go ahead and start it off, man.
Yeah, all right.
Could you tell us what's being alleged against you right now?
Well, what's being alleged against me right now?
What's your charge?
Yeah.
Evading arrest with a motor vehicle.
Yeah.
How many counts?
Saying 4.
4 counts. Okay.
Yeah.
Now, how did they get the, you know, my understanding is they only got to pull you over once though, right? Successfully.
Yeah, they only called me
You know,
once.
so 3 or 4 of these times they initiated the lights allegedly and were not able to pull over who was ever in that car of yours, right?
Yeah.
All right, you know, and we won't say it was you, but they're saying it was you, and So their allegation is that basically you've run from them 4 times, is that right?
Yeah.
And my understanding is that almost all those occasions have been broadcast on social media, have they not?
Yeah.
Tell us about that.
Well, the first time I saw it or heard about it happening, it ended up popping up on Speed Houston page. And from Speed Houston page, it just went from page to page to page to page, and then it went to my nigga Slim, Powered by SRT, his page, and then he hit me up, chop some shit up with me about it. You know, we was talking about, you know, everything that was going on with it and shit. Then like a week later, it happened again. And then when it happened again, same thing happened. Then the third time, it ain't really go as much because it was only like one video clip of it, so nobody really got the video. But then the fourth time, everybody really just, because it was a longer chase than normal, and then they had more cops, more everything, so helicopters. So.
Yeah, it kind of seemed like the fourth time that they may have known it was you, and possibly might have had either somebody tip them off that it was you there, and had maybe an extra maybe 10 or so cop cars and a helicopter ready. Because something tells me they weren't just rolling that deep to begin with. Yeah. You think
it wasn't no coincidence.
Yeah. What do you think about that, Jay?
I think that's true because at the venue, everybody was doing the car shit. Everybody was getting sideways. So when everybody was getting sideways, they came in the parking lot, went directly to my car. So I had a feeling they kind of pinpoint me out or was watching, knew it was me. So came directly after me. So there was 4 or 5 cars on the other side of me that they could have got. They had to pass to get to me.
So they knew who they was looking for.
Yeah.
So shit show.
What do you think goes through someone's head when at least in Houston, Texas, when the lights come on behind them?
For shit show, you're definitely going to jail. The harassment that has been shown and proven and pinpointed against the car club community and culture has been pretty much extreme. I mean, there are several different ways to deal with it, but a lot of times I can't tell people to run. But you got to understand, when they're trying to take your cars for the smallest of things and letting teenagers get away for way worse heinous acts of crimes, you know what I'm saying? It make you think once or twice about stepping on the gas versus the brake.
Have you ever hurt anybody in your car?
Right? Nah, never hurt anybody in my car. Never hit nobody. Nobody ever got hurt that was surrounding it. Just streets. Hurt the streets. That's it.
So, you know, what do you like to do in your car? You like to do burnouts, donuts, any of that kind of stuff? Or?
I like to do little races on the freeways at night when there's nobody on there, you know, where it's safe. Where the only person I could harm myself, or for instance, like going to a designated warehouse or empty parking lot, you know, doing donuts or whatever, just practicing where nobody can get hurt, but, you know, me and the people who decide to be there.
Yeah.
And I feel like they just put so much pressure on us. They make us run, because when you do stop, they'll pull you out the car, search it, do this, do that, make sure it's yours, try to say, you know, you can't have nothing this fast at the age we are and shit, you know. So I just feel like it's harassment, and that, you know, it's bigger fish to fry right now other than what we doing.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely so.
For sure. What kind of car do you drive?
Me, I drive a 2014 Dodge Charger RT PPV.
Okay. What kind of modifications, if anything, have you done to it? Because if that's stock,
yeah,
Houston PD need to update their force. What you think, Sim?
Yeah, they definitely got a problem on their hands.
Yeah,
that motherfucker's fast.
This bone stock, it got a police performance chip in it, but that's it.
Okay. Well, I'll tell you what, that police performance chip, I think, is working.
Yeah. Shit show. For shit show.
They may have forgot that chip in some of them cop cars that were chasing whoever was in that car the first
Definitely
3 times.
So. Definitely so.
So tell me, the 4th time I got to see the video, I got to see the start of the video. For the people that didn't get to see the end of the video, why don't you tell us what happened?
We ended up going way over. What was that by? It was past Third Ward towards Trinity Gardens, and a train ended up stopping, blocking the road, and then you couldn't U-turn because it's a one-way road, so you ain't had no choice but to stop or try to hit the train. So I ended up just stopping. How
many guns were pulled out?
Every cop that was on me had a gun out their window, and it was big rifle, so it wasn't just no handguns. It was like assault weapons. So
okay. So what'd you do? Did you spring out and jump down? What do you do in a situation like that?
When I got out, they got on the bullhorn. They was just telling me stand there. I stood there for about 5 minutes, after that, they was telling me they finna start the process. And so they had me turn around in a complete circle and back up towards them like really, really slow. And at the turn around again, empty my jacket and shit. Then they came up on me. They handled me very aggressively, threw me on the car, handcuffed me. Handcuffs were really tight, I couldn't move at all. Then they handcuffed my feet as well.
So you mentioned earlier, powered by SRT Houston and Slim. Kind of what are your thoughts, man? I mean, you know, Slim sitting at the time of this interview, Slim just recently went to jail for 2 years. Now, granted, I think a lot of that was for a probation violation as well, and there might have been some other stuff involved. But you know, does the thought of jail, like, how does that make you feel like right now? I mean,
it kind of made me feel angry because at the same time they want to throw people in jail, but they so worried about the virus or whatever, and they trying to say, you know, the virus is killing, and the most affected people are in jail. So why throw more people in jail, you know, over something, you know, small? You know, if they ain't commit no murder or do nothing, you know, crazy, they shouldn't be thrown in jail right now. So
it's different things in different ways that they can definitely deal with certain said crimes. I don't think it has to be as heinous as throwing somebody in lock and key with no questions asked and not really, you know what I'm saying, giving other ways to deal with the problems themselves.
Are any of your charges felonies, or are they all misdemeanors?
I only got one charge, evading arrest for the motor vehicle.
Okay.
And it's a 3rd-degree felony.
Okay. Anything that you want to say? Is there any kind of help or anything that the Houston car community could offer you or give you to kind of help you through all this?
I'm gonna be making stickers in a few weeks, stickers and shirts. If you could just support, I got lawyer fees, court fees, and pre-trial fees, so that all adds up after a while.
Now, the most amazing part of this story to me is that sitting right behind us with its lights on right now is your car.
Yeah.
I've heard several people in Houston, you know, Slim, TM, Dino, you know, the list goes on, John, Bricklayer John, all other kinds of other people, they've gotten their cars taken. What did you have to go through in order to be able to get your car back?
Well, we had to end up, they said it was gonna seize it the night, you know, everything went down. And the next day, you know, I woke up in the jailhouse. So when I got out that night. And so I was asking them, you know, what can I do to get it? They gave me a number, and I called that number. They was like, it's seized. So then I looked up some lawyers, you know, for that particular situation, not, you know, the case. And so after court or whatever, I went and I contacted the lawyer, had to pay him some initial fees or whatever, and we went to court like 3-4 times over Zoom. And the judge ended up finally just granting me and saying, you know, yes, I could get it, you know, but he was like, you know, you can't go to no car meets, you can't do this, you can't do that, like basically just working home, you know, nothing crazy like that.
Yeah.
So, but he was also like, I gotta pay $4,000, then donate $350 to Crime Stoppers.
Oh, what?
So,
man, I tell you what, isn't that a great donation, you know?
Yeah. So then the next day I ended up went to go get it. They act like they didn't want to release it. They was like, is the money real? First they said it had to be all cash. So then I was like, I can't pay with my card. They said, nah. So I went up there with the cash. They was like, is it real? So then they counted it. They went every 20, every 100, marking it and looking it in the air with the marker and shit. So it was a real hassle. Then they didn't really want to release it. They was like, do you have insurance? I was like, yeah, my insurance is still active. They was like, well, we got to see it, and we got to call them and make sure and all this and all that. So,
I bet they did call.
Yeah. So after an hour of waiting, they just gave me the keys and they was like, it's back there. So then when I went back there, it was like 4 of the cars blocking it. Like it was like a square of cars around the car, my car in the center. So I had to get all them cars moved, and then when I finally got out, they was still like, who told you could get it, where the paperwork and all this shit. So it was a hassle all the way out the gate.
Wow. But you did get the car back, but it was significant expense in order to be able to get it.
Yeah, when I got it back, everything in it was tore up. The dashboard, I had to get in the dashboard, the seats, everything was just tore apart. The carpet, the door panels, the trunk, everything in the trunk is missing, even the matted padding, everything's gone. They tore it off.
Wow. Anything you want to say to the Houston car community, or anything else you want to add to this story?
I just want to say keep turning up, because that's what we're going to do. No matter what they try to throw at us, we're going to keep turning up.
All right, well, in honor of you and in honor of Slim, in honor of TM and everybody else, we'll do that for you.
Thanks.
All right.
Yeah.
Thanks, man.
Thanks, man. Cheers.
Yeah. Thank you.